For our side, the arts can be a hostile place. However, it is important that we support those artists who support us, and I use the term artist in its broadest term. Nathaniel Lucas is a poet who has been published in Quadrant and in the sadly defunct site Social Matters. Recently, he has published a collection of his poetry, For My People, which is available from Amazon and is linked below. I read through the poems and I liked a few, but when I went back to try and pick my favourites, I found I had too many. I didn't like every poem. That's probably a bit much. I have to admit, I didn't understand them all. The personal nature of them might be the issue here, but at the same time, that is one of the great strengths, to get to experience a journey through the poet's life and experiences. Here I'll give a sample. Earnest God poem. How do they manage a single second of diminished life without you, provider, protector, enchanter of silences, scrivener of footsteps, engraver of sleep and fire? Swooping screams and screaming woofers, promising boundless love or vistas, at least promising. I'll tell you, I've never seen him, they say about you when mention of you can't be put off. It's all right if it works for you, but don't push it on me, they chuckle, punching darts as if you aren't buckling under the weight of every ribbon of smoke, pushing into their indulgent alleviate, filling smoko with all the desire of the willings. Don't need that no more, they say merely, with smoke and breath and seconds given freely. The first two lines take you right into his journey, and maybe yours. Here is new knowledge, new belief, and it must be shared. It's spilling out and cannot be hidden. The honesty of the experience really appeals to me. Here's another, the tale of Boomer and Chen. Of all the sights in all the world beheld by men, the saddest is the Boomer with his third wife, Chen. Why, you ask, does not love, like hope, spring eternal? How then do you say that this couple is so infernal? True, boomers of men with men's need to meet. The boomer is not begrudged his unearned treat, but in his manhood he is half formed, consequent, complacent, content to live on 4 houses' rent. To not die alone, he obliterates the past, takes a third vow, boasts of his tolerance and of being of the now. To appease his Chen and assault his silent fear, he pulls rank on managerial mates to bring her parents here. As he dies, he reassures his kids, I did all I wanted, no regrets. My curved TV, my yacht, my snaps, my yearly trip to St. Moritz. His half-orphaned children listen to the will with Chen and learn their land now belongs to foreign, legal kin. Their hope for help with debt, a proper holiday, or second child has passed to Chen, the ruthless and unbeguiled. The boomer's children make a show of happiness and call their infant home on birthdays and Christmas. But Chen is too engrossed in forms, processing fees, residency requirements and taxes to shoot the breeze. My sadness and my lesson should now be clear. Chen's new husbands and their cousins are the new rentiers. To pass on memes, children need the same genes, but property and shares follow different schemes. So weep for the boomer and his third wife Chen. It is the saddest sight now known to men. Now that is powerful stuff. Sometimes it's the beauty that jumps out of the poem. While I like this entire poem, this stanza has a real strength to it. Prayer for reality. Has someone else heard my prayers? I would have died of shame, but only you heard them, then answered them. This ending also appealed to me. So Australian. All factories close. Advance, advance the Fusiliers. V-Day ditties fall on digital enviro cities. Mate, give it a rest. We don't mind you taking a piss, but open a froth and enjoy. Australian style. Nihilism without the abyss. So true. I enjoyed this collection with only 2 minor criticisms. Firstly, it seemed to me that some of the poems just end without a reason. I find this is something I have trouble with in my writing sometimes, so maybe I notice it more. Secondly, why is the glossary in the back of the book? I know, most books have the glossary in the back, but it makes much more sense to put it in after the content page. As I said at the start, I had a hard time choosing 2 poems to illustrate, but there is quite a selection there. Enjoy.